Let's say you're in the thick of a really challenging project and you are even considering quitting. But before you do, I think it's really important that you set yourself up in a way that feels empowered before you make that decision. And today I want to show you how. Quitting can mean multiple things. It can either be leaving, stopping in action, or giving up. So for today, I want to delve into giving up. Because if a project is really hard and seems way too hard and challenging, this is a time that you want to be certain you are quitting for the right reasons and not the wrong ones. So the first thing you want to do is take away the too hard part of the equation. And the best way I know how to do this is through one simple question. Ask yourself if somebody else had your job or project or activity in front of them and found it easy, what most likely would be the reasons why they find it easy? What are they doing that you are not doing? What are they seeing or experiencing that you're not? List that out and then make it active. So for example, I've shared on here my challenge to myself to post daily on YouTube, and I have found it challenging. I've shared this openly. I've definitely found it challenging. But I asked myself if somebody else was doing it and they were saying, oh, it's actually easy. It's not hard at all. I have it totally under control. What would be the reasoning behind that? And for me, I think a few things. I think they would probably be recording in the morning when they're fresh and alert versus at the end of their day like I'm doing. They would probably batch script, batch record, and do things like that. That would save time versus my inefficient way of brainstorming, writing the script, and recording and editing and posting all in one day, which is what I've been doing. And they would probably also seek out some support for their weak areas. So for me, that's titles and thumbnails. And now you make it actionable. What are those 2 or 3 things that they are doing differently, and how can you incorporate them as soon as possible? And also give yourself a deadline. Do this as a challenge to yourself, just a little test or experiment for the next few days or a couple of weeks. And the reason why you want to do this is because you don't want to make a decision when you feel like you're behind or like you're underneath all the pressure. You want to make a decision from an empowered place where you feel like you are on top of it. This is not saying that when life gets better, you will keep that activity or that job or that situation. It is just saying that if you are going to quit, you want to feel like you're walking away, not like you're giving up. This is a great way to quickly find out how you truly feel when you feel on top, or at least more so on top of the load. And while you're putting this into action concurrently, I would suggest that you also brainstorm around this project or activity and what you expect to get from it. What were you considering or thinking you would get from it when you stepped into it, when you said yes? Now, I would encourage you to write out just the top things and give yourself some kind of markers. Give yourself some metric to know if you're hitting it or not. If you were expecting to get a lot of money, what was that amount and by what time? If you were expecting to get some opportunities, whether that be career opportunities or build a skill or anything, give yourself some metrics and a deadline to hit those, because you want to be able to gauge if you're getting from this what you expected to get, and if not, how you can pivot or iterate. All right, so that's it for today. Tomorrow, I'll share some questions you can ask yourself in order to decide if it's time for you to quit or not. But before you get to that, I really encourage you to do this step. I think this precedes that. And really be thoughtful, even if you don't carry out the actions, just be thoughtful about how you can make your situation better regardless, because that's empowering, and you want to make your decision from an empowered position. I think that's super important. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow for another video. And until next time, let me know if you took anything away from this. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you soon.